how do I move forward? What do I need to do? How do I position myself to be in the place that I need to be? Because I can't stay here. I refuse to belong there. I acknowledge that that was not where I belonged, but I also adamantly, fiercely with my spirit refused to stay there. So I played all the cards I knew how to play. I spoke to all the people I could speak to. Of course, everybody will promise you this and promise you that, but it was me, myself, and I. I didn't really have a support system, and it just wasn't working out. All the doors I was knocking on were just not opening at all. It was tough. It was really difficult. So, I pulled myself towards myself. I said, what can I do with myself? I believed I could sing. I think I could sing. I think I can sing okay. But, I just thought, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to record an album. I'm going to get into music. I'm going to do music. I think that makes sense. I'm famous. People already know who I am. So if I record an album or drop a single right now, it's cool. It's going to be wavy. Everybody's going to love it. So I had a friend who had a studio, and the studio was probably about 12 kilometers from my house. Now, at this point, my parents were looking at me like, listen, yeah, this pipe dream of yours, let it go. You're back to reality now. Big Brother's over. Get a job. Nobody's helping you. Nobody's going to give you a dime. So they weren't interested. As far as I was concerned, as far as they were concerned, it was all pipe dreams. They were not interested. So it was me, myself, and I. And there was a studio 12 kilometers from me. I didn't have a car. I didn't even have money to put fuel in a car at that time. So I thought to myself, let me go see these boys. So one day I went to go see them. I took a walk. So these young guys, they were making me beats, they were giving me studio time, you name it. It was the most lost time of my life, because let me tell you something. I'd leave my house in the morning and I'd actually wear my gym clothes because I didn't want people to know that I couldn't afford to drive there or to take a cab there. So I'd wear my gym clothes and I'd act like I was running. So when people saw me walking in the street, like, oh, that famous Vimbai, she's walking in the street, I was always like, hi, yeah, because I'm exercising, hello. It was that time when nothing was happening was one of the best times of my life when I look back at it, because it's what I call a mere stopping interval. Now, every time you're still is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes life will force you to be still, because in those still moments is when you need to force yourself to look at yourself, look at your life, and figure out, where am I really going? What am I really doing? Have you ever just stopped and said, well, what am I doing? It's so important. It's so important, because that's the time I learned how to pray. That's the time I learned how to fast. Well, kind of fasting by force, because, I didn't have any money to buy food during the day, but it's the time I learned how to fast. Let me tell you something about the still moments that hold you in life. There's literally nothing you can do to move yourself out of that place until you've learned the lesson you need to learn in that space. Once you've learned your still lesson, the season literally comes to an end like this. It's like an exam, literally, but one of those exams that you can't fail. Literally, once you've got the answer, then things start clicking and falling into place, because your energy is going in the right direction. Your thoughts are drifting in the right direction, because you finally know which way you're supposed to go, which way your stream is supposed to take you, as opposed to you kind of just like, woo, going with the flow that's not yours. With stillness, you feel stagnant, you feel like you're not moving forward, you feel like, gosh, I've been at this place for such a long time, then you need to embrace being in that place. I mean, you need to just hold on. Think about the lessons that are to be learned. Figure out, strategize. It's the best time when you're not busy, when there's nothing going on. Oh, I stopped throwing those pity parties a long time ago about, oh my God, there's nothing going on. No, that's the time you should be strategizing. That's the time you should be learning. That's the time you should be researching. That's the time you should be getting your ducks in a row internally, because as much as you might not have anything to offer in the bigger picture, in the bigger scheme of things, internally you're preparing yourself for the journey you're about to embark on. So what I say about the still season, it's a mere stopping interval. It's the best place to be if only you would learn how to use it.